Republicans, but with the redistricting map that Democrats put out, it would make it 10 Democrats and 1 Republican. So that measure, with a very slim margin, passed in last week's special election. I think it was an appellate court immediately put an injunction on the certification of that election, and it is now before the state Supreme Court, that whole process, how that came to be, and the election itself. So the Supreme Court just may overturn the election results and say, no, it was invalid, things were not done properly, therefore it does not count. And a decision is expected relatively soon from the Supreme Court, because primary elections are in 2 months in Virginia, and so they need to know what districting map is going to be used on that. All righty. So I am always fascinated when archaeologists uncover and make a finding of some place or some artifact that ties into what the Bible has mentioned. So archaeologists have uncovered the city of Pelusium, or in the book of Ezekiel in the Old Testament, the city of Sin. So archaeologists say that this city dates from 2 BC to 6 AD on here, and it was a stronghold of Egypt back then, and is actually, yes, mentioned in the book of Ezekiel. So very, very interesting what they found in this city. And finally, Meta, the parent company to Facebook and I forget who all else, has announced that beginning May 20th, they are going to lay off about 10% of their workforce, or 8,000 employees, to bolster their presence in AI space. In other words, heavy investments into artificial intelligence. So as of December 31st of last year, Meta had approximately 79,000 employees. Earlier this year, they had offered early retirement to a little more than the 8,000 that they're laying off. So very interesting. Now, Meta says that they're going to, these laid off employees are going to have a very nice severance package and other benefits, including help in finding new jobs once they are let go. So there you go. AI, good, bad, indifferent. Will it take jobs? In this case, it is. Will it create new jobs? Will it, cancel out each other as far as old jobs, new jobs? Will it be a net zero, or will there be more jobs as a result of AI, or less jobs overall when everything is all said and done? So your thoughts on all of that. So that pretty much takes care of the things on my list today. If there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, please give me a buzz. I'd love to hear from you. 724-438-4593. I mentioned at the top of my little list here, the Pens winning last night. So Game 6 will be broadcast by WMBS tomorrow night. 6:30 pregame, 7:30 is when about the time the puck will drop to begin play. We'll see what happens. Still kind of a do or die situation for the Penguins. Actually, every game here on out in this series is do or die. for the Pens anyway. And if it goes to a Game 7, well, it's a do-or-die game for both teams in that case. So, but anyway, yeah, it's been done before. Teams have come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a series. And if I recall, I think it was back in the 70s. I want to say maybe it was the early 80s. I don't remember. But if I'm remembering correctly, this scenario happened to the Penguins where they took a 3-0 game lead against the New York Islanders in a playoff series, and the Islanders came back to win 4 straight and take that series. So let's see the Penguins do it here this time around against the cross-state rivals, Philadelphia Flyers. What do you think about that? So there's in baseball, there's been a couple manager firings already. The manager of the Boston Red Sox, he was fired the other day, and now last night the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies was fired. So in this young season, 2 managers have already been let go that way. There's also the aftermath of the NFL draft. We can chat about that. Really haven't heard as to any free agent signings that the Steelers have made, although they did put a special tag on Aaron Rodgers, that if he ends up signing with a team other than the Steelers will be owed a compensatory draft pick next year. So I don't know. What do you think? Does that all but take any other team out of the equation with this in this scenario? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old, which is ancient when it comes to football. Still a young whippersnapper as far as I'm concerned, but ancient when it comes to football. And so if a team is going to pursue Aaron Rodgers other than the Steelers, and they're going to have to pay a nice penny for him, I don't know, $10 million to play, are they going to risk $10 million on a 40-year-old football player in addition to losing a draft pick? So the Steelers might have done a great thing to basically ensure that Aaron Rodgers is back next year. So your thoughts on that strategy for the Steelers moving forward? All righty. So, okay, well, you know what? That pretty much takes care of some talking points at this point in the game here, the point in the show. So I'm sure there will be more that come up as the hours progress. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. We're going to take our first break of the afternoon. So give me a call. Both lines are open, and we'll start our conversations right after this.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for nutrient products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1, or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
It's time to make your tax refund work for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Now through April 30th, don't miss their Double Your Tax Refund event, where they'll match your refund up to $2,500 when you put it towards a new home. Find a home that fits your family, your style, and your future with the features you've been dreaming of. So what are you waiting for? Stop by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon today at 4500 Route 51 and take advantage of this limited time offer. Some exclusions may apply.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
The wait is over. It's time to manja. Manja featuring Delalo is now open at Live Casino. Part market, part cafe, Manja offers fresh, authentic pasta, pizza, hoagies, salads, ice cream, cocktails, and more made with Delalo's finest ingredients. Eat in, grab and go, or take home a taste of Italy from our retail market. Meet you at Manja featuring Delalo. Now open inside Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. So it's a little cooler than yesterday. We've got 63 degrees, and it is overcast out there. I don't know that any rain's in the forecast, maybe later today, and maybe if just a sprinkle here or there or something like that. Nothing major that is forecast anyway. So, hey, as long as it's not raining, head on outside. And, well, even if it is raining, grab an umbrella and get out and grab the fresh air out there. So Pirates lost last night, too, by the way. I forgot to mention that at the start of their homestand. So, there's that we can chat about. What else here are we talking about? So we've got our, speaking of elections, we've got our own election coming up here shortly, primary season. So do you care anymore? Are you planning on voting? Are you supporting anybody in particular? What are your thoughts on the upcoming primary election? There's not a whole heck of a lot local-wise that's being contested in the primary. But I guess the big one really, and even then, it's not really being contested, the governor's race. Governor Shapiro's running for re-election. I don't believe there's anybody on the Democrat ticket challenging him. The Republican, I believe, is just one on that ballot as well for Stacey Garrett. Beyond that, you know what? I honestly don't know. It's been kind of quiet this election season. So Josh Shapiro running for re-election. His name is often brought up as a possible presidential contender in 2028. So, if that's the case, is this reelection vital to his chances of succeeding in 2028? So, in other words, if he loses reelection, or if it is a very close win for him on reelection, does that harm the governor's chances of being the Democrat nominee for president in 2028? On the other hand, if it's a landslide reelection win, and by that, I'm going to say, 8-point win in the election, does that bolster then his chances of running and winning in 2028? Now, so if he wins again, if he wins re-election, and he does decide to go for the presidency, well, he'll only be if we're lucky, 1 year into his second term before he starts campaigning. So therefore, we lose a full-time governor. I mean, let's face it, if you're running for president, your focus is going to be running for president. Not so much so doing your job as governor. He won't care. I mean, what's going to happen? He'll get his paycheck. So you and I are going to fund him as he runs for president and he doesn't do his job. Oh, yeah, he'll stick around. He'll be here. But more and more, he's going to be leaving the state to go elsewhere to campaign. So, a while ago, some time ago, I came up, I told you my feelings as far as running for different offices. That if you are going to run for a different office, other than what you currently hold, my feeling is you need to resign from that office. It's one thing if it's one thing if your term is coming to an end anyway. So in other words, if this was a presidential year, okay, and if this was a presidential year and the governor had decided to run, his term as governor is coming to an end. So it's okay in my book to be, if your term is coming to an end at roughly the same time as when the election for the office you're running takes place, okay. But my problem is when you still have a year or more left on the term that you've most recently been elected to, I think that is a very big disservice to the voters, to the electorate, to the people that elected you to serve them. Because your focus is not on those people anymore. Your focus is on higher office. Not to mention the fact that, well, the people that elected you are now paying you to go run elsewhere. I think they should resign. I think they should resign from office. I don't think it's fair that we are used as a buffer. Well, if I lose presidency, I still have my job as governor to fall back on. I don't think that's right. What's your thoughts on that? 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just letting my glass of red wine breathe here.
Okay.
But I was just thinking you were saying about people running for office.
Yeah.
They should resign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking back though. in 1960 when Kennedy ran against Nixon, they both held elective offices. He was a senator, and he was vice president of the United States.
Well, okay, but see so here's I don't know where JFK stood in his time as senator, but for Richard Nixon, his time as vice president was coming to an end.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like he still had 2 more years. If he lost, he still had 2 more years of being vice president ahead of him. His time was coming to an end.
Okay, I was just thinking. There's probably throughout American history, there's probably people have been elected for a higher office. Than,
Sure. Sure. And I mean, so George Bush the first. He was vice president when he was running for president. Same thing. His term as vice president was coming to an end.
Okay.
So he was then running for president. Same thing with Al Gore. When he ran for president, his time as vice president was coming to an end.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't George Bush Jr., wasn't he like governor of Texas when he ran?
He might have been, I think so, yeah.
Okay. So it's one term, but he didn't run for a re-election, which also.
I'm sorry. Oh, you mean, say that George Bush II was governor of Texas when he was running for president.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
When that term was ending, though, I don't know.
Yeah. He didn't run for re-election. Okay. I was just wondering about this, because I'm thinking, all throughout history, there's probably somebody who's still,
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, one thing we're talking about the Steelers, talking about that one fella, his name's Eli, the running back.
Oh, from the Naval Academy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking, I'm not sure, because he can catch the ball. Coming out of the backfield. I guess he set the record there. It kind of reminds me, because I haven't looked at his stats, like how physically built he is. But could he be a little bit like that fellow Armstrong from, San Francisco? Their running back, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe that's what they're looking for. That fellow like an Armstrong from San Francisco.
Okay.
I have to look it up, though.
Yeah, you got me there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And.
But. So. Yeah. So. If apparently the academies have changed their rules. As far as fulfilling, your obligations upon graduation. So he will be allowed to pursue his career with the NFL. There will be, he'll go into basically the Navy Reserve. But they're still, they rework his obligations. And of course, if he gets cut, well, then, he's...
You're back in.
He's back in, absolutely, yes. Yeah. Where Roger Staubach, he had to wait 4 years.
Yeah, that's right. He had to go right in. That's right. He missed 4 good.
Yeah. And I think obligations now are 5 years, by the way.
Yeah. I remember Roger Staubach. Yeah, had to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, Russ, I think that's all I got for today.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm just thinking some other ones. Well, you had, I can't remember the first name, Robinson, basketball player from the Naval Academy. Went on to a nice career in the NBA. You had Napoleon McCallum in the NFL, running back, who had a nice career in the NFL as well. So, it's not unheard of. So hopefully, the draft pick of the Steelers works to the Steelers' advantage on that.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it seems to be the power of the professional sports, all the money they have. I don't know. They seem to have more. They seem to have a lot of influence. More than I think they should.
Yeah. So, well, they're being looked at now for
gambling.
Well, that's in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's happening in the NBA. Yep. But no, the NFL with their broadcast policies. and so their status of they've got a special status that exempts them from. I can't remember offhand.
Yeah, because it's a conflict. We call it a conflict of interest.
Yeah, or something. But yes, yeah. So that's being looked into as to whether that needs to be changed on that, because they get all kinds of tax breaks as a result of that other corporations don't. Yeah. So.
All right,
Okay.
Russ. That's all I got for today, buddy.
Okay, Mark. Well, I thank you for your call. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye-bye. 724-438-4593. I'm trying to think. I think was President Bill Clinton, was he still governor of Arkansas at the time that he ran for president? Was he still governor then? I think he was. And again, I don't know where his term as governor stood. You know what? Not Louisiana, Arkansas. Was he in the first year of a term? Was he in the second year of a term, a third or fourth year? Where did he stand in his term of governor when he ran for president? So yeah, I think if you're in your last year of a term, okay, you're good to go. But if you've got a lot of time left, and in the case of Josh Shapiro, he's going to start running in 2027. At the latest, it's going to be January of 28. So, I mean, if he wins re-election here in November, guess what? 2027 is a month and a half away. And it's sometime in that calendar year that he'll make an announcement that he's running for president. I'll bet you the last dollar in my wallet that's going to be the scenario, and I frankly think it's wrong. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, this is Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, Ron DeSantis.
Yeah?
He won governor in 2022.
Yeah, he should have resigned if he was going to run for look, this is not a partisan thing, Bill. This is every office, period.
But you didn't bring him up, and you knew that. You knew he ran.
No, I know, but Bill, come on. Are you going to get that picky about it? I brought up the Bushes for one thing. I brought up Nixon was brought up, and I talked about him. So what if Ron DeSantis escaped me at the time? Big deal. We were just going for examples.
Okay. Hey, couple months ago when that war started, and you and Frank LaCava got a big kick out of me complaining about gas prices. Now it was on the world news on your station that it's at a 4-year high. Now what do you guys think? Because I heard the very end of your show yesterday, and you were talking about you might have to make changes to vacation plans and stuff like that. So is this war necessary?
Well, yes, I do think it's necessary. I absolutely think it's necessary.
Okay, can you explain to me why we're there in the first place?
Well, I guess you probably just cherry-picked on what you heard yesterday. Because I did explain it yesterday. Because I did explain it yesterday. We've been at war with, whether you want to admit it or not, Bill, we have been at war with There you go. Yes. Iran has been wanting to kill the great Satan since then. Death to America, death to the great Satan. They had, with them building or moving towards the a nuclear bomb, in conjunction with their improved technology with long-range missiles, which, by the way, they caught themselves in the lie when they shot missiles towards Diego Garcia and U.S. fleet down there. It was just inevitable, in my opinion, that once they developed nuclear technology, they were going to put it on the tip of a missile, and they were going to bomb somebody. And then what do you do?
That. Huh? I thought we obliterated that last July.
and they started building again.
And that can happen within a year to build a nuclear bomb?
If you put, well, you know what? Let's put it this way. How fast did the United States develop a nuclear bomb when there was no information on how to build one?
But
I mean, the United States started from absolute scratch. We didn't know anything when it came to building the nuclear bomb. Iran, on the other hand, there's information already out there, so they had a leg up. They had a leg up when it came time to building a nuclear bomb.
What's the exit strategy?
I don't know. I'm not on the inside of the White House. The exit strategy, I am sure, is no bomb, no nuclear material in Iran. That's it. And to open up the Strait of Hormuz. That's the exit strategy.
I get it. How do you accomplish that?
Well, you keep putting economic pressure on Iran, which they're doing.
We have a ceasefire right now. What do you mean we're putting pressure on them?
We've got the embargoes. They can't ship their oil out. They're not making any money to fund their economy.
Neither are our allies in the area.
No, we're letting them pass. We're not letting anybody from Iran pass. We're not letting traffic to or from Iran through. That's the blockade. Others are going through. Yes, it's not completely clear because of possibility of mines, but ships are passing through the strait.
We're losing about 50 million barrels a day. That's a lot.
Well, we're not. Because we buy very little from the Middle East.
What about our allies in Europe?
Well, they're starting to buy from us, so they're making up for it.
And how much supply do you think we have to help us?
I don't know. I don't have those numbers, Bill. You got anything else? Because I'm late for a break.
You got it. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. Hey, we'll be right back after this. Both lines are open, 724-438-4593.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States, located right here in Fayette County, is hiring. Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture that's included on the UNESCO World Heritage List, has a variety of opportunities for new team members, including openings in the Education Department, the Falling Water Cafe, the Membership Department, the Maintenance Department, the Museum Store, Security, and the Visitor Services Department. The team at Falling Water is growing, and now is your chance to be a part of history as a valued member of the team, sharing this remarkable creation with tens of thousands of visitors every year. With a mix of full-time and part-time positions and offering flexible scheduling, competitive compensation, and unique perk benefits, now is the time to visit www.fallingwater.org/careers. Check out these opportunities today and come be a part of history at Falling Water.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Spring is here and the weather is turning warmer. Spring is also a time when Chesler's Fine Furniture in Uniontown clears their floor of discontinued items to make room for new stock soon to arrive. There are sale items in every department. Table lamps priced from $35 to $129. Lazy Boy rocker recliners starting at $429 in fabric and just $7.99 in leather. Upholstered power rocker recliners in 3 colors for $659. For the living room, there's a 76-inch sofa in gray at $499 and matching love seats and chairs at sale prices. If you need storage for those seasonal clothes, Chesler's has 5-drawer chests starting at $329 and up. For the kitchen area, 5-piece dining sets start at only $599. This is just a sampling of items on sale, and Chesler's has delivery and credit terms to fit your budget. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got a little more than 2 minutes to go here in hour 1 of What's on Your Mind. So plenty of time for you to give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. What else do you want to chat about here? We can continue talking about, oil prices and the conflict with Iran. What do you think is, well, in Bill's words, the exit strategy? What do you think that might be? The sky's the limit, really. What do you want to chat about moving forward in today's show, huh? So again, that number 724-438-4593. Want to remind you, that we got the Penguin game tomorrow. But today we have high school basketball. We got Uniontown traveling to Laurel Highlands, and that's on radio and our YouTube channel. We've got, pregame will be at 3:40, and the first pitch at 4 o'clock. And then we have Pirate baseball. 6:15 is pregame. 6:40 first pitch on that game as they host the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals beat them last night, a division rival there. So hopefully the Pirates bounce back with a victory tonight. And how about tomorrow night and take the series then on that? So a lot of baseball in your future right here on WMBS. Okay. I'd mentioned it is 63 degrees outside. It's overcast, so I don't believe there's any rain in the forecast, so you can still head on out and enjoy the afternoon and get some fresh air. So I know I'm looking forward to getting back out there later on this afternoon myself. Well, we are going to continue with open conversation next hour. So a full hour, 45 minutes when I come back after the news of conversation. So start getting your topics together, figure out what you want to chat about so you can give me a call next hour at 724-438-4593. Meanwhile, CBS News is just around the corner, news from around the world, around the country. And then TJ's back in this chair to bring you the local news and local sports and local weather. After all said and done, I'll be back for hour 2. This is WMBS Uniontown. It's 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Consumers are struggling to handle skyrocketing gas prices as the war with Iran continues. CBS's Allison Keyes reports.
AAA says the price of gas is the highest it's been since April of 2022 as peace talks between the U.S. and Iran are at a standstill. This woman is watching the prices rise at a nearby gas station.
The one by my house yesterday was under $4, and now it's almost $4.15.
Many drivers in Boston say the cost to drive anywhere are ridiculous, and some are cutting back on food and household items as well. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
The United Arab Emirates announces it will leave OPEC by the end of this week. Oil analyst Tom Closa says the UAE was one of the top 3 voting members, so this does test the cartel's strength down the road.
There's a question about cohesiveness going forward, when we return to normal, which right now looks a long time away.
In Washington, D.C., King Charles has left the White House and heads to Capitol Hill to deliver a speech to Congress. It's day 2 of his 4-day state visit, and CBS's Nicole Killian reports.
King Charles III's address to a joint meeting of Congress is the first by a British monarch in at least 3 decades. He is preceded by his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who delivered remarks to lawmakers in 1991. The King's address comes as tensions have been strained between the United States and United Kingdom over the war in Iran. But congressional leaders say the visit highlights the special relationship between the U.S. and U.K., a key ally.
Federal agents in Minnesota have conducted a series of raids as part of a fraud investigation, the latest from CBS's Nicole Skanga.
There were 22 federal warrants that were executed this morning, largely at daycare centers in the Minneapolis area. As of this moment, we have not heard of any arrests connected to this, but this is a sort of restart, if you will, of the Department of Justice's anti-fraud operations in the Minneapolis area.
The DOJ is investigating COVID-era welfare fraud schemes that reportedly cost taxpayers billions of dollars. Researchers at the University of Oregon say they've come up with a way to make a better, more consistent cup of coffee. By sticking electrodes and running an electric current through a coffee sample, Associate Chemistry Professor Christopher Hendon says he can determine the strength and flavor notes.
Each family of molecules will respond at different voltages. So in principle, I could probe them independently from one another and make a statement about how much of them there are, and because we know their identities, what they might taste like.
Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. This is
What is going on?
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
You know that big bargain.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Gus is back. He's all dressed up in a jacket and bow tie and ready to help you celebrate 20 exciting prizes of $100,000 on a new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Starting Thursday, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
And you'll win 6 $5 Gus tickets. Scratch and win in style. It is the classy way to play.
Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
transfer portal is going to be sidelined.
Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby has taken an indefinite leave of absence to enter a treatment program for a gambling addiction. CBS Sports college football analyst Shahan Jayaraja.
This is a big deal, not just for Texas Tech, but also for Brendan Sorsby. This is a player who was projected as the #2 transfer quarterback in the country.
ESPN, citing unidentified sources, reported that the quarterback allegedly made thousands of online bets on a variety of sports via a gambling app. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Mexico's Jalisco New Generation cartel suffers a blow after the Mexican military captures one of its top leaders hiding in a roadside ditch. Audios Flores Silva, known as the Gardener, was seen as a possible successor to the leader killed 2 months ago. The U.S. had a $5 million reward out for information, leading to his arrest. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news.
Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's cloudy and 63 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather on the way in just a bit. Fayette County Coroner Dr. Bob Baker is pushing for a ban on a product known as gas station heroin. Tianeptine has been banned in multiple states after recent studies by the FDA, DEA, and NIH have found potentially deadly side effects of its recreational use. Baker says Fayette County has seen its first accidental overdose of tianeptine and is now joining others to push for a nationwide ban. The Pennsylvania Lottery says a $1 million winning win-win-win scratch-off ticket was sold at the Crabtree Gas and Go on Roosevelt Way in Salem Township, Westmoreland County. The store receives a $5,000 bonus for selling the winning ticket. The State House Judiciary Committee on Monday passed a pair of bills that would abolish capital punishment in the Commonwealth, potentially ending decades of limbo in which death sentences have been handed down but not carried out. Both bills passed by party line votes, with the Democratic majority in favor and Republicans opposed. One bill was authored by one of the House's most progressive Democrats, Chris Rabb, and the other is authored by one of the most conservative Republicans, Russ Diamond. A bill to abolish the death penalty was also passed by the House Judiciary Committee 3 years ago during the last legislative session, but never received a vote on the House floor. If one of the bills were to pass the full House this year, it would face even stiffer odds in the Republican-controlled state Senate. All eyes will be on the Bluegrass State as the 152nd Kentucky Derby is this weekend. Here's Bree Tennis with more.
The fanfare is supposed to be about the 20 horses set to run, but the Derby is really all about the fashion. Trending this year for women, colorful dresses and hats, the bigger the better, with fringe and feathers. For men, you'll need a bow tie and a fedora. There's only one must-have accessory. That's the mint julep, selling for $22. To go full Derby, you'll also need to find a hot brown and some chocolate bourbon pie. The Derby is Saturday. I'm Bree Tennis.
WMBS time is 2:08. We'll check sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, today's the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day here on WMBS as we have high school baseball coming your way this afternoon. Uniontown will visit Laurel Highlands. We'll have it on the radio as well as on YouTube. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregame's at 3:40, and the first pitch will be at 4 o'clock. Laurel Highlands lost last night 6-5. Also tonight, the Pirates, they're going to host the St. Louis Cardinals at PNC Park. Pirates have dropped 2 in a row, and they are 16-13. We'll have the game starting at 6:15 with the pregame. First pitch goes at 6:40. And tomorrow's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs as the Penguins will visit the Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers lead the series 3-2. And we'll have the game tomorrow night. Pre-game's at 6:30. The puck will drop at 7:30 tomorrow night.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Cloudy 71 this afternoon. Probably not going to get to 71. Temperatures have been pretty much holding steady this afternoon. Partly cloudy and 59 tonight. Showers and storms tomorrow, 64. Right now, cloudy and 63 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:11 on this Tuesday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
The wait is over. It's time to manja. Manja featuring Delalo is now open at Live Casino. Part market, part cafe, Manja offers fresh, authentic pasta, pizza, hoagies, salads, ice cream, cocktails, and more made with Delalo's finest ingredients. Eat in, grab and go, or take home a taste of Italy from our retail market. Meet you at Manja featuring Delalo. Now open inside Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, a part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Hello, Uniontown and Fayette County. This is Attorney Vince Quattrini of the Quattrini Law Group. Be sure to tune in at 11:25, the first and third Mondays of each month on this station. The Quattrini Law Group attorneys will be providing guidance on what to do when you're injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident. We'll also share tips when applying for Social Security disability benefits, when appealing a veteran service-connected disability claim. We do it every day all day. You can also set up an appointment in our Uniontown or Somerset office. The consultation is free. Call Quattrini Law Group today at 724-439-8300 or Google Quattrini Law Group. That's 724-439-8300. Have a great day.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, AR Roofing and Remodeling, Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, K2 Engineering, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and line striping. Just real quick, recap my list here. The Pens won last night 3-2 to keep their hopes alive in the best-of-7 series against the Philadelphia Flyers. It's now a 3-2 game edge for the Flyers. Game 6 is tomorrow night in Philadelphia. You can listen to that game right here on WMBS. King Charles and his wife Queen Camilla, I should say, are in Washington, D.C. to help the United States celebrate his 250th birthday. He addresses a joint session of Congress later today with a state dinner tonight. United Arab Emirates say they're pulling out of OPEC. An advisor to Dr. Anthony Fauci during the COVID pandemic has been indicted for circumventing Freedom of Information Act rules and laws by having conversations with coworkers on personal emails as a way to get around the Freedom of Information Act. He's been charged with conspiracy and destruction and concealment of federal records and other related offenses. The state of Virginia is in its own Supreme Court as they try to defend the recent election that will allow the state to redistrict its congressional delegation. A lower court has blocked a certification of that election while the Supreme Court hears whether that vote was legal at all. Currently, the delegation is 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans, with new redistricting plans that the Democrats want to do in the state of Virginia. It would be 10 Democrats and 1 Republican. Archaeologists have uncovered a city mentioned in the book of Ezekiel in the Old Testament of the Bible. Pelusium, or Sin, has been discovered. And Meta, the parent company of Facebook, has announced they intend to lay off about 8,000 of its workforce starting May 20th so they can heavily invest in AI. And then this just in as well, not much details, but former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted again by the Department of Justice. So beyond that, don't know anything else as to what he's been indicted on. All right, 724-438-4593. That's the number to give me a call at. And, well, I've got one line open, so we're going to find out who's on the other one. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, hi, Russ.
Hey, Franklin, how are you?
Good.
Good.
There's a magazine, Biblical Archaeology.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I have not, no.
Yeah, my mother used to get it, and it's extremely good in updates on what they're finding all throughout the Middle East.
Cool. Okay.
So, yeah, you might think about a subscription to Biblical Archaeology.
Okay.
I've got an archaeological dig going in my attic, And I don't know if that's going to make the magazine or not, but
I don't
it's
know.
not too it's not too biblical, you know. But be that as it may, I was listening to Bill talk about the price of oil. I hope I didn't hurt his feelings. I don't know what I said the other week about the price of gas that he took issue with, but I have opposed this war since day one. I think it's a huge mistake for a number of reasons. Not just the price of gasoline, but we're probably going to see before it's over $5 or $6 gas in the U.S. Europe now is flat out of control. It's put in jeopardy our relationships with nations like Germany, the largest economy in Europe. The Chancellor of Germany, Metz, made a big speech this past few days about how the United States is just wrecking the European economy with this war, and it's jeopardizing our relationships. If you noticed on the news this morning, there was a British commentator who said that our special relationship is no longer with Great Britain, it's with Israel. And essentially, I think we're fighting a proxy war that doesn't benefit Israel. It benefits the Likud party and the radical right in Israel. It doesn't make Israel safer. Bombs are raining on the country. Netanyahu's now in a war of land accumulation in Lebanon. These things are not in our interest, not in Israel's interest. They're wrong. And, the price of oil is going to essentially wreck the world economy. It's foolish because Trumponomics is predicated on cheap oil. President Trump is giving tax breaks to business and to people with the idea of expanding the economy. Well, the economy can't expand if you don't have cheap gas. And that's what we had. Now, Bill says we're down 50 million barrels a day. I think Bill's a little confused here. World consumption's 50 million barrels a day. If we were down that much, the lights would be off by now. But the Straits of Hormuz, about 20% of the world's oil comes through there. There are ships running our blockade. And so a little bit is getting through. We're down about 20 million, maybe less. There are countries with stockpiles like China. India is going to coal. And this is happening all throughout Asia. Japan, South Korea, they're going to coal to sort of make up the gap. But this is going to be a terrific mistake. The most obvious thing that's come out of it is Iran now realizes they can control the Straits of Hormuz. And they will continue to do that. And you see the fragmenting of our allies in OPEC. You just announced the Emirates are dropping out, right?
Yep.
And our agreement with OPEC in the 70s was that we would provide them protection through our bases in the Arabian Peninsula. We had 13 there. They're now badly damaged, if not, in some cases, bombed to ruins. The impotence of the United States to defend those bases has been shown. And those countries that we were supposed to protect with the idea that they price their oil only in dollars and they buy our treasuries, this was the bulwark of the petrodollar. Those countries are now fragmented. This is going to be the end of the American standard of living. And if you look at the way Iran fights, I can tell you this country has sleeper cells with radical Islamists. You're going to, and I hate to say this, if this war goes on over the summer, you're going to see terrorist activity at public gatherings like sports events, at concerts. You're going to see this happen. This will be the end of the American way of life and the standard of living that we've enjoyed, all of us enjoy. It's a terrible, terrible, pointless war. So Bill needs to open his ears and listen a little better when, he listens to my commentaries. But now that's what I see. I could be wrong about all of this.
Sure.
I thought that the pinpoint bombings last June were a smart thing to do to take out the Iranian capabilities of, producing fissionable materials, and we were told they were successful. It was all over. We took out the leadership. We took out the enrichment centers. But here we go into what President Trump promised us he wouldn't do, another forever war. And if you go online and you look at people like, who was the intelligence officer who resigned recently?
Oh, yeah, I know who you mean. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
He was like number 2 in the NSA, I think.
Yeah, was his last name Kent?
I don't know. I'm not
Jim Kent.
I'm not even going to try, and I just don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his last name is Kent. You go online and look at the interviews he's giving. This is a guy who knows the situation very well, and I think President Trump reacted out of friendship to Benjamin Netanyahu. I think he was also financed his reelection by the Israeli lobby. And as I say, I don't think this is a war that's in Israel's best interests. Certainly not ours. And look what it's done in Europe. And as far as the war with Ukraine goes, it's given the Russians a field day in, selling their black market oil. I believe that's not sanctioned now, right? So it's not black market.
Yeah, it might have been eased up some. I think you're right.
Yeah, if this goes on, you will see $5 and $6 oil this summer. And
I hope not. I mean, I said yesterday, I am getting, a little tired of forking over $4 plus a gallon on gas.
Well,
and it is going to start impacting how, not just myself, but I think everybody, if it hasn't already, impacting on how they will be living their lives this summer.
Well, there's a saying on Wall Street, when oil goes up, it takes the elevator. When oil comes down, it takes the stairs.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
I have not, but it makes sense. And let's face it, I think that can be applied to everything, not just oil.
Well, it's the sort of industry where demand becomes parabolic past a certain point. And I don't know where that threshold is. It's heading now. I believe the Brent mark is at $116 a barrel. And we're still at about $100 on American oil, but this is a worldwide market. Sure. Even though the president says, well, we produce enough to, satisfy our own demands. It's a world market, and when oil is $20 a barrel pricier in Europe, where is, a producer in Texas going to sell it? There is some hope that Venezuelan oil will pick up some of the slack, but they've been out of production for so long. See, this is the thing. When you shut down an oil well, the insides collapse. And it takes months, if not years, to bring it back. And it's a very well, it's a high-tech sort of thing. You have to have people who know what they're doing. So once you lose those crews and those engineers, you got to bring them back, and then you got to finance it, and then you got to get it working again. And Venezuelan oil is tends to be the thick tar oil, that's hard to bring out of the ground, and
it doesn't produce the gushers that you always see on TV movies.
Right. It has to be infused with chemical cocktail, or sometimes they'll put pipes down in and shoot steam into it, to loosen it up. It's a very tech-heavy operation, and the only company in the United States that wants to come back right now is Chevron. And Trump was just told flat out, that Venezuela was too risky by the head, for example, of Exxon. I don't know if that's changed, but those companies don't want to go back because they've been burned too badly. And Exxon's, found other fields.
Yeah. Well, so taking all that information, what you just said about Venezuela, and I got to get to a break here soon too. So I was hearing that Iran is kind of getting to that point in the fact that their storage tanks are just about at maximum, and so they're going to start capping their wells because they've got no place to store anymore.
That's absolutely right. They have about 12 million barrels in storage. That island, what's it called?
Kurg?
Yes.
Karg or
Yeah,
Kurg? Yeah, I forget one of the
Yeah, that's kind of their nexus.
Yeah.
And it's about full. There's probably some stuff they're sending out through the Caspian Sea to Russia. But again, demand is not in Russia. Russia's exporting. If those wells collapse, it'll be years to bring them back. This is just going to be trouble like you can't imagine. And I sound very disappointed with our president.
Okay. All right, Franklin. Well, I thank you for your take. Much
All
appreciated.
righty.
You have a great day.
Thank you, Russ.
All right. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. We'll have some more conversation right after this.
The United Federal Credit Union of Uniontown will be hosting a free community cookout on Thursday, May 7th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the credit union located at 585 Morgantown Road. The cookout is totally free and open to the public with barbecue and prize drawings for new members and anyone who applies. And while you are there, be sure to ask about their youth savings accounts and their Good Grades Rewards program. Good food, good people, your community credit union. Thursday, May 7th in Uniontown.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or
serving number 3,944.
Warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
It's
states.
gorgeous outside, which means it's time to get to Bittersweet Cafe of Farmington. From their incredible daily lunch specials featuring farm-to-table fresh ingredients to their refreshing drinks, frozen treats, smoothies, and iced tea, Bittersweet Cafe has something for everyone. Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington, Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation today, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz. So two new things here. Representative Analia Mejia, she just won the special election in New Jersey to fill the unexpired term of Mickey Sherrill, the newly elected governor of New Jersey. Anyway, Representative Mejia, along with Representative Delia Ramirez from Illinois, have joined forces to introduce the Living Wage for All Act, which would raise the federal minimum wage to $25 per hour. So your thoughts on that? And then the James Comey indictment that I mentioned seems to be in relation to, you might recall last summer, he posted a picture on Instagram. He was walking the beach and he came across this interesting, seashell formation that said 8647. Since that time and before, 8647 has often been interpreted as a threat on President Trump's life. So anyway, it's not really clear as to what the charges are, but it seems to be in relationship to that 8647 posting that he had last summer.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
Good, Bob.
You talk about the gas prices and everything. I heard Frank and I heard Bill. I heard you last hour, and
yeah,
I'm glad I turned in because you gave me some education about why the gas price and the oil prices are high and what's going on over there and everything. Because I can see it on with other people in the place. I see people on the streets in the workplace. But at any rate, I was wondering how are these families going to afford to take their kids to places like Idlewild Park or Kennywood. I mean, if gas prices, just in case, go $5, $6 a gallon, the possibility maybe $7 a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
The only way this is just a coincidence suggesting if somebody get a minivan, you get like maybe 2 or 3 families if they can fit in the van, or take 2 vans.
Yeah.
Anybody, people can pitch in $10 to the driver for gas, like $10 bill or
Sure.
$20. That's the only way. There's no other way. And some people just don't care if the price of gas. They'll just go down and have a good time in Kennywood. When prices going in Kennywood's not cheap, then on top of that, the food prices, French fries and hamburgers, and that costs a lot of money. You're spending a lot of $300, $400, $500 a clip.
Yeah.
If you have that kind of money, and you're going to be broke when you get home. So how you scratch your head? What can you do?
Yeah.
It's just
Well, I know, and as Frank said, and we've known this all along, that it is a energy economy.
Right.
So, and you brought up, at what point do we start noticing food prices going up, because it has to be trucked into, the grocery stores, into the restaurants. Other factors as well. I mean, I don't know which airline it is, but has announced, and I can't remember if it was a 20 or 30% increase in ticket prices because of jet fuel pricing has skyrocketed. So so it is starting to affect more than just filling up your gas tank.
Well, it's affecting everybody. It's not only the gas prices. It's just like I talk to people. It's just like the taxes, the property taxes, the inflation, and so forth. And you mentioned the food, and clothing, and so forth. So, I mean, you burn a hole in your pocket, and then people stay home, and you're lucky to get some chipped ham and meat, and make your own sandwiches in your own backyard. I guess that's the only way you can do it, or try to get some iced tea and have your own fun in your own backyard. It's just because it just can't afford to go anywhere to have a good time, but it's going to be it's going to be complicated for people. I don't know how these families are going to do it, but you just if you have to think wise. Best thing to do is try to make your own fun in your own way. Stay at home. I guess that's the only way.
And I mentioned this yesterday. You're going to have to be more thoughtful when it comes to taking just a trip to your corner store.
True.
How many times, think back, how many times on a weekend, how many times do you go to the store? Because, okay, I'm out of toilet paper, so we run to the store and you get, and you no sooner get home, they say, oh, well, darn, I'm out of milk. So back out, you get your milk. So,
the human mind is so fragile, we lose a train of thought. Oh, I forgot to get paper towels or a Reynolds wrap or something. And I go back to the store, I forgot this.
Right.
Like one time we forgot my wife, we forgot the salt and pepper. We go back to Walmart to get salt and pepper.
Yeah.
It's little things like that. And, so much going on. The human mind is so fragile. You got so many things in your mind, work and everything. I mean, things escape you. And then 5 minutes later, it dawns to you, well, I got to go back again. Here we go. Here, put the gas pedal on, go back and get what you have to get, I guess. But
sure.
Because people forget, we're all human.
Yeah.
And, yeah. That's,
so instead of going back to the store again, well, you're going to have to, I'll wait until I have more stuff to get.
That's probably the wise decision to make. Some just have to rake it out and wait until another day to go, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, many people do that. Many people say, well, if I can't get it, I'll just wait another day to get it. And hey, you do what you got to do.
Or you tie it into another trip. I've got the doctor's appointment, so on the way home, I'll stop by the grocery store and pick up what I need, type of thing.
Wise choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you take care.
Hey, Bob, you do the same. Thanks for your call. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. So, the indictment against James Comey right now, I am getting a little chuckle out of it, and I don't understand it. If it's truly centered on that photo of the 8647 meme, if you will. Look, I understand, threats against the president are to be taken seriously. If that's the case, then all of them should be taken seriously. So, and when I say that, when the No Kings rallies take place here in Five Corners, I have gone past and I've seen at least one on several occasions, somebody holding up a poster that says 8647 on it. All right, so does that need to be investigated now? So it's going to be interesting. Want to go back here too, and is this a little, I don't know, payback somehow? Because his last indictment was thrown out of court a couple months back, because on the basis that the prosecuting attorney was not properly sworn in. I forget the facts surrounding it, but it had to do with the prosecuting attorney didn't do something the way she should have. So not that there was anything wrong with the indictment contents, but it was the way it was presented is what ultimately caused that to be dismissed. So is this, until we know more, right now, as we know, it's connected with the 8647. And so if it's more, okay, let's hear it. But if it's kind of on a payback type of thing, in that regards, that's, to me, that's wrong. That's wrong. That way, but we'll wait and see what information the DOJ releases as far as this indictment is concerned. There's supposedly in the works other indictments against former Biden administration officials, especially when it is coming to the, and I'm sorry, not just Biden, but Obama officials, when it comes to the Russian hoax theory against President Trump, which has been proved to be a hoax. It was manufactured, and people in the Obama administration knew it was fake and manufactured, and yet moved forward. So I'm reading that there are indictments on the way concerning that, as well they should, as well as because they tried to lie to the American voter. They tried to change or direct the outcome of a presidential election based on an out-and-out lie and falsehood. So yes, in my opinion, there should be indictments when it comes to that thing.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Okay, Mr. Russ, are we back to these people are drinking the Kool-Aid?
What's that, Regina?
In regards to these two from New Jersey, they've totally lost their minds. What business did they have?
Oh, you mean...
And when were they sold
you
$25 an hour?
Okay, well, they're not both, just one's from New Jersey, the other's from Illinois.
I don't care where they're from.
Well, I just setting it record straight.
They're dictating to others that they need to do this. So get out there and do it, and you can start the bandwagon in your own town, you little losers. And you know what else? If you notice, Scalise, who was shot, was at that, what's that called? Where they had the baseball game?
Yeah, the congressional
and
baseball game.
Nurtured him. So all these past hearings and all this stuff, we are here now. And these stinking, whatever they are, I don't even call them Democrats. The wanters are flipping out. Because you know why? What? We want Department of Homeland Security. My opinion, what I've been reading, Thun's bill straight bill. There was a guy on this morning, and he was very grounded, some kind of affordability. His name was like Narrow or something. I don't have my notes right in front of me. And he was like, basically, keep it clean so we can get funding for the DHS, period. So, that's what everybody needs to be praying about, because these Democrats like to clog everything up. And they're not even Democrats, because you know why? Read the Bible. They're gluttons.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I told you. I told the girl, you better pray for me. We've been pretty wound up with what you said. I know you remember when they said, were they drinking the Kool-Aid?
Okay.
Is that making any sense, or am I too wound up?
I think you're kind of wound up a little bit here. And that's okay, Regina. It's okay to be wound up. But no, I agree. It's just, I've been saying that, and it's not just the funding bill for Homeland Security. It's for every bill, that there should not be, amendments should not be allowed on any bill unless it's directly related to that bill itself. Or
they'll justify it's related. And basically, the guy that ran out of there, the teacher of the year from California, that did this do.
He was
the teacher of the year.
Cole Allen. Is that who you're? Cole Allen is teacher of the month.
There's so many of these things going on. I don't have all the names. But the point is, he had a ticket to get there, and he's claiming and complaining and whining there wasn't enough security in the Hilton Hotel.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Okay. Regina, I got to run. I got to get a break in. So, thanks for your call today.
He got a degree that he never needed.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right. Bye-bye.
Hey, to the caller on line 2, I got to take this break real quick, but you will be first up after this.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You MediSpa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A MediSpa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
The wait is over. It's time to Manja. Manja featuring DeLallo is now open at Live Casino. Part market, part cafe, Manja offers fresh, authentic pasta, pizza, hoagies, salads, ice cream, cocktails, and more made with DeLallo's finest ingredients. Eat in, grab and go, or take home a taste of Italy from our retail market. Meet you at Manja featuring DeLallo. Now open inside Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Benjamin F. Goodwin, voted Fayette County's best attorney, and the entire award-winning Goodwin Como Law team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for the past 20 years. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, and criminal defense. They deliver dedicated, personalized representation with 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon. Visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 3 minutes left in today's show. 724-438-4593. Hello, thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Russ.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, Fred.
Hey, did you hear what Jimmy Kimmel said about Melania becoming a widow?
Yes. Expectant widow.
Yeah. Melania and Donald Trump both said that he should be fired over that. Do you agree with that?
I do. Okay,
I do too.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, do you agree that President Trump should be impeached for what he said of when James Mueller died?
I don't remember what he said.
He said that I'm glad he died.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad he died.
That's not an impeachable offense, so no.
Oh, okay. But what Jimmy Kimmel says is he should be fired over that.
Well, you know, he's got a history. He's been suspended before for stuff that he said. I think his excuse is lame, and he's just somehow he's trying to he's grasping at straws and trying to cover his rear on that. I think it was a lame excuse. And, and I blame ABC for not putting more control on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you tell somebody died, you say, well, we're good. I'm glad he's dead.
Well,
that's okay.
I didn't say it was okay, Fred. I said it's not an impeachable offense.
Well, it should be. If Jimmy Kimmel's going to get fired.
It's not an impeachable offense. It is not... It is not an infamous crime to say you're glad somebody's dead. Is it a smart thing to say? Absolutely not. There's people in my universe that have died that I am not going to shed tears over that.
Yeah,
but I will say, I'm sorry for that person's family because the
it's
family.
An ignorant thing to say.
It is, but it's not an impeachable offense, Fred.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel shouldn't get fired then either.
Well, again, but he's got a history of saying things that are inflammatory.
How about Trump? Does he have a history of saying things?
Not to the point of wishing somebody dead. Okay? Not to the point of wishing somebody dead. And again, it's not an impeachable offense.
I think it is.
Well, okay, well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a member of Congress.
Right.
Because according to our Constitution, that does not qualify as an impeachable offense. So, all righty.
That's in our Constitution.
Huh?
You say that's not in our Constitution.
Impeachable offense is a reason given or infamous crime and other misdemeanors are impeachable
offenses, and yes, that is in the Constitution.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't read that part.
Yep, that's it. Hey, I got to go, Fred. I'm out of time here, but thanks for your call.
And we are out of time today. CBS News is next, followed by TJ with the local news. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Former FBI Director James Comey is indicted for a second time by the Justice Department. According to CBS's Jake Rosen, it's related to a social media post.
We don't know the specific charges. It's certainly possible there could be some charge related to an interstate threat against a public official like President Trump, although the language in that post of the 8647 is, while it's rather specific when you put it in the context, could be perceived as rather vague in a court of law.
The former FBI director was indicted last September on charges that he lied and obstructed Congress related to testimony he gave in 2020 about whether he had authorized inside information about an investigation to be provided to a journalist. He denied any wrongdoing. The case was subsequently dismissed.